Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. I am doing okay. I want to make a mess with you all. I hope that you're ready for it. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. Can you believe that I set up the stream and then I couldn't get in the stream? I swear. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, I think. But what we're going to be making today is some fun cards, hopefully fun for everyone. So if you want to craft along with me, I would say grab some prefabricated cards, some pretty paper, or not so pretty, but some paper, and some stuff, ephemera. I have a few things that I pulled out of my little ephemera box, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't know about a sentiment yet, but we will work on that. So I have purchased, random cards from a random location, card fabrication. And so I'm just going to be using those, I think. I need to start using up a lot of stuff. So that is the goal. I need to just use, not, I wouldn't say a lot of stuff, but I need to use up the stuff that I've purchased. And so I want to, I want to do that. I definitely want to use more than I have. Hi, Berry Crafty. How are you today? Hopefully well. So if you never made an easel card and you found them to be slightly off-putting or harder to work with, today we're going to put all those worries to bed, right? Because easel cards are almost as easy as regular cards. Hi, Celeste. Hopefully you're well today. Welcome on in. So, the goal is to make at least 5 cards versus my little 1 card. I want to make a book as well. So we'll see if we can get that done. So the first card, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to burnish the sides down. Okay. We got all our sides pretty nicely burnished down. Now this is where you can decide on if you want to destroy the already prefabricated cards that you have, or you want to keep them. I want to destroy them. So what I'm going to do, because I like these for more than cards. You can use these in other craft projects, so you don't need cards that's decorated like this because you waste the front or back if you just do it that way. So what we're going to be doing is getting on our scoreboard and pulling out the cards that we just rescored or reburnished down, and you're going to pick a side, any side, the card, any card, and you're going to score anywhere from your 4. This should be 4 1/4, but it's a little bit off. That's okay. It's prefabricated. We didn't cut it. I'm going to just score 2 inches on all of them to make it a lot easier for myself. Good morning, Samara. How are you today? Hopefully well. I hope everyone is having a great new year. So far, I don't know about you, but this month is definitely speeding on by. It's going by really fast. If you hadn't looked up, we're already in the double digits. So I don't know. All right, so we got those scored. Now what we're going to do is just put this to the side for now. And we're going to pull out our cutting board. I haven't changed the blade. I don't even think I've cut anything since the last time you and I hung out, last week. No, I don't think I cut anything. So I'm going to take my tissue, clean out this track. I have a question for you all. I am getting better slowly. Apparently, we have this thing called mountain Cedar in San Antonio. Oh, that's nice. The relaxing part, not the, the booster and making you sick. But um, I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them. These, I don't want to lie and say who these people are, but these are American Craft Company. If you're interested in like buying them, you probably can go to their website and see. This may be Maggie Holmes or Amy Tangerine or Jen Hatfield. Amy Holmes. Maggie Holmes usually does a lot of butterflies and animals, so this may be hers. I'm not sure. So now we're going to cut these in half, and of course, I'm going to have to switch that blade out, I think. I don't know what is wrong with it. I think maybe the paper is not thick enough, but I can't keep complaining about the blade being crap if I'm going to keep using it right. So I went to the grocery store this morning to get some more orange juice, and I normally go to the one apparently that's farther away, and it takes me a lot longer. Hi, Nix. But today it only took me like 6 minutes to get to the one that's closest. I do plan on leaving the house today, so I think it's safe to say that women tend not to take care of themselves, right? I mean, it's apparent that the moms tend to take care of the kids in the house and the family first. Some people, some ladies are like, I'm gonna get mine, and they're gonna just get in where they fit in. I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but for most part, most moms, grandmas, the ladies, right? We tend to be like, oh, I'm gonna let. I'm gonna get the kids something. I'm gonna get him something. And you never really get yourself anything. You tend to get everybody except for you something. So I had told the big roommate, I was like, I'm going to buy me some pants, right? So I went to Old Navy. What day was that? Friday. And I like Old Navy pants because they sell long pants. And I got me 2 pair of pants. I find that lately I have to say that I'm going to purchase something for it to actually come to fruition. So I saw this really cute little Snoopy shirt at Walmart when I went to Walmart, and I got that too. So I need to get one more shirt. So after today's live stream, if I'm feeling well enough, which I should be, I'm going to go to the store and buy me another shirt. So a long time ago, because let's face it, I've been facing clutter and hoarderism for a long, long time. I read this book about how to get rid of your junk, right? And the book said, if you buy new clothes, get rid of 2 items. So I need to get rid of 6 articles of clothing now. And I have a bag of clothes that I've been like going through and getting rid of. So I'm basically due for some new clothes. And today I may actually buy some new sneakers because I like Skechers because I have a large foot and they fit really well. But lately my right side has been pronating, I guess, more so than it should. And so I've been having ambulatory issues a lot more than I normally do. So I'm thinking I may get me some new shoes. So I cut off an extra one because I mean we want to have an extra one. So that is that. So step 1 is to score your card. Step 2 is to get your paper that you need. Yeah. So that is the goal. Because I had said I was going to get some new shirts because I like the color blue, green, and gray. So I tend to have a lot of shirts and clothing articles that are blue, green, and gray. But the Snoopy shirt I got is a burgundy shirt. and I like it. I like Snoopy, so it's not like that's a big deal. So guess what? I bought a whole bunch of those Dollar Tree when it was before $1.25 butterflies, and I wanted to do. I'm doing a butterfly theme project coming up probably in March because I have a surprise for you guys. Hopefully for February. Uh, and I can't find them. Like I've been organizing because she needs to get her life together, and I can't find the butterfly. So I have to dig through. I have another little tote. I did not open up all the things and spread them all out because that's just crazy. But I had to pull out this, and they have butterflies, and I like Can Company, so that's what we're doing today. So we're gonna pull out these colors and see how we're gonna do this because these will also be cut in half eventually to go on our card. And I'll share with you how that's going to be. We don't have a sentiment yet, and that's fine. We don't really need a sentiment unless you want a sentiment. If you want sentiments, go for it. I tend to like to make some of the cards blank that I sell because if I'm selling a card, the person that's giving the card to their mom, dad, husband, whoever, nephew, niece, all those people, they can make their own get up, right? So this has butterflies in it too. They're all monochromatic, so almost. So we're going to look into that one. And I think this would go well because the thing about an easel card is that it's kind of going to be dimensional anyway. So you want to keep that in mind. And I really, really like Can Company. They had a sale during the holidays. And I think it was Joann Fabric. I don't remember if Michaels had one or not, but Joann Fabric had it. And I didn't buy a lot of, I did not buy a lot of stuff. Can you believe that? So the one bad thing about it is you see this has glitter and then this one doesn't. So if you want to put some glitter on it, I'm not a big advocate of loose glitter, but rub your finger with some glue and sprinkle a little glitter on it or get one of your little gel pens and trace over it. So that would be nice. I did buy me some new gel pens because I was like, all of these are glitter, like glittery metallic. So this has this vibe to it. I like that. So we can do that one like this. And I'm going to make a few cards. I do want to try to be more focused on our projects that we make. I had to ask you all if you had any ideas. I'm going to try to do some 3D stuff. I really like this one a lot too. So we're going to work on that. I looked up a tutorial. So next week we will be doing that project, I think. So when we come into, like right now, I'm having a conflict of color interest with this paper. I'm not really feeling that these look good together. For me, I feel like this is more watercolory abstract. So we could always pull in our other papers. But we're just going to push past that. I do have some other things that we could try because the goal is to use up our things and not open up new packs of paper and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I lost the one thing that I did like. Okay, so we're going to go. I think I'm going to do this. This is so busy. Let's see. We'll just do one butterfly here. I stole this one though, but that was a pretty butterfly. And we'll do this because it has glitter. So we'll do that one. Yeah, I have this one right here. I had got it from Joann Fabric. It was cheap because that's what she is. I don't like glitter, but I purchased this for a project that I'm going to be doing for Bear Crafty. So yeah, she's into glitter, and I like to try to match sometimes the people's aesthetic that I craft for or with. So that was the goal. And I showed you all I had dipped some ones in some glitter. I don't like it. I don't like the glitter because it got in my eye. I just find that loose glitter is hazardous to my health. So I'm not pro glitter at all. I think we can put, this is so busy. I'm gonna fix that. I know that some of you don't like the busyness, but I'm just going through it all at once because we're gonna make 5 cards, right? So we need to actually emulate. I'm going to emulate this one, and I think we'll emulate that one. So we're going to have to cut another sheet. So we need to pull out another paper for that one. And this actually, I like the contrast on this. It looks good, and that will go with that. I find that I'm real frugal with the K and Company stuff, and I shouldn't be. I should just be like, but I'm not, because I feel like I don't know if K and Company is in style or out of style. Are they making K and Company stuff still? I just don't know, because there's so many people that say, oh, they went out of business, but they must have a lot of stock of K and Company, these craft companies, because they're always selling it. And I'm always like worried that I may not get any anymore. So I always kind of tend to heart the K and Company more so than I do other companies, like digital companies. I'm like, I can just print off more. Even though, I'm not really pro printing off a whole bunch of stuff. I do have a stamp set that I wanted to stamp with you all, but I'm not sure if we're going to get to that. I try to do 3 projects, but this one may take a minute to actually get to. So for people that have like a electronic paper cutter, do you ever make die cuts on your paper trimmer? What I mean is, like, say if you have a flower image, do you just have it cut around it without cutting it out so you can gift it and they can poke it out? The reason why I was asking that is because I'm going to be making another Flowish journal real soon. And I think this would be cool like that. Let's see. I think what I want to do is try to make some die cutouts, not die cut cutouts, and see how that would look and work. I don't know about that. This is pretty, but I feel like that paper is just so contrasting. This may actually work. Let's see. I think this may work. Or we may have to scrap this paper and go with another one. Good morning. How are you today? Hopefully all is well. I think this would look nice. We're going to have to change this paper though, just so you know. Even though I didn't want to, right? I'll change that paper. I think I have a softer yellow that would probably work with that, or a light pink. I won't give up on this one though. We'll look. Yeah, why bother? We'll work on that. We'll do something else with that. Oh, this might work though. See, when you say why bother, you pull up on something, you're like, no, see, it won't work. That works though. This works. And I just want to put some butterflies on this. See, these cards are easy, simple. I think sometimes when we craft, we tend to make our crafting needs a little bit too stressing, and they should not be like that. They should not. Can you all hear me okay? Hopefully you can. I didn't hook up any extra voice amplifiers today. All right, so we got that. Find these other 2 little ladybugs. Hopefully you're crafting along with me. If not, what are you doing? I know some of you are at work working and lurking, as people say, right? I don't want you to have to work and lurk. I want you to play. I want you to pull out your paper, your paper goods, and cut them up. I can do that one too. All right, so I have a few ephemera little packets. Yeah, I know. All right, so that is that. The most easiest one was this one. The one is monochromatic. We're gonna put this to the side just to see. We're just gonna see, right? You know how you tell your kids, "Let me see so I can show you." Oh yeah. Woo. I've already done that. And lately my kiddo's been like, "Will you come pick me up from school early?" I'm like, "For what?" And he's like, "So we could play." I'm like, "No, I'll play with you when you get home." But I think he likes to hear his name called over the however they call them, the 1MC, the announcement thing. So I'm assuming that's what he likes. So with this thing, we may be able to pull these colors off because I think this lady's stuff. So I think we can put this clear butterfly on there. Yeah, I think that's what we could do with that one. Because the goal is always to try and make, excuse the noise, make more with the stuff, right? Use your stuff up, right? I haven't I haven't been back to my 100% crazy self, like quote unquote my normal behavior. So I haven't been able to really focus on a lot of stuff. I have a collaboration video that's due tomorrow, no, on the 13th. And I've been racking my brains trying to figure out what I'm going to make and do for that one. So all the cards are landscape. So that's what we have to keep in mind. Let's see if we can't. Ooh, no. Nope. I tried drinking coffee. I failed. I think we can do this. Nope. That don't even look right. Yeah, if I tried drinking coffee a couple of months ago, I harassed Barry Craft. I was like, what kind of coffee pot do you recommend? Blah, 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 blah. I went and bought the coffee pot, bought coffee. I almost gave myself a heart attack. Yep. I was like, I don't know about this. It was not for me. I will try it again. I guess I was under the impression it's going to taste like the McDonald's coffee that I drink, the caramel frappes, but no. I misled myself on that situation. I don't know. It wasn't strong tasting. I just think that I probably put too much. I put 2 scoops in. I really just wanted it for the yummy taste, like the hazel. I bought hazelnut, I think, and I was a mess. I was like, I gotta go lay down. My heart was beating so fast. I was like, this is not right. This is not right. So I think we're gonna go with these, and we're gonna elevate these up, raise them up, and we're gonna leave them just like that. And I think, can I? So if we put this one flat, we can elevate this with the foam tape. And maybe put, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I thought that I was gonna just go in and drink the coffee like a lot of my friends. Like I have a friend who don't talk to her before you drink coffee because she's like, I haven't had my coffee yet. And I think she just gives us a warning, like, listen, I may say some things that are not nice. And then once it's like the Heckle, Dr. Jekyll and Clyde. She drinks her coffee and then she's like a sweet, amazing, awesome, kind person. But before the coffee, she's like, I'm gonna rip your throat out of your body for talking to me. I don't really drink a lot of coffee, even the McDonald's one, so that didn't really work for us. I think this is gonna be fine. This one should be fine. All right, so we're only gonna do one of these though. So we're gonna put this card like here and elevate this. This kind of still looks boring to me though. So maybe we'll put that one to the side because it's not really coming out great. I just, I have never truly been able to drink hot liquids properly. So I was afraid that the coffee was gonna be too hot. I was gonna burn my mouth. And then I was afraid that I didn't do it right. I mean, you can't really do coffee right or wrong to your taste, right? But nonetheless, I'm not drinking coffee anymore, is all I'm saying. I'm going to try to pull out this butterfly right here, because I think it may work for us on this card. We'll see. So apparently I am about to enable you all. It's a new store from Dollar General called Pop Start. No, Pop Shelf. It's not one in the area where I live, but if you watch the Posh Paper Lady, she does I wouldn't say a reveal, but she shows you what she bought from there. And so of course I had to go online and see if it was one near me, because I wanted to go in the store and see what they had. And it's not one near me yet, but we may be able to use this one. Be here now. No, if it was that way, we could. I've noticed lately this year, I've been using a lot of things to make cards versus how I normally do, like stamp the card, stamp it and make a card. I've just been kind of using the things and making cards. And I'm not sure if that's going to last the rest of the year or not, but I'm finding it easy, quick and fun, and not real stressing or stressful to do. So we're going to go back and cut this card, and now we're going to cut it 2 inches on both sides. Yeah, I don't know. Because I was telling the big roommate about it. He was like, well, it could be like one of those stores like AC Moore was only on the East Coast. I feel like if they could just bring the craft section back to Big Lots, I would be happy. But of course, that was 2012, 13 that I was going to Big Lots and buying amazing craft supplies at ridiculously cheap prices. And that won't happen again. Because I think that, we all kind of like have given up on Tuesday morning, but they did declare bankruptcy. So we got to keep that in mind. All right. So we got our card and, we did do our scoring. And so now what we're going to do is just fold it over, burnish it. Now I did a straight crease and it's still not doing. Then we're going to fold it back on itself again. And this will be how our easel card looks. So we're going to go ahead and do that to all our cards. When you make your easel cards, you can fold them however you like. I just, I want to go through our steps with you all so you can see. I really wish they made this particular creasing tool wider and longer. They have another one that, in my opinion, is not as good as that one. Yeah. So I have to go to Home Depot today as well. I'm transitioning from taking up the space in the dining area to actually having a different live stream location. And I need a big, solid piece of something to craft on. I had bought a craft mat, as you all know, a while back, and I was like, oh, this is going to be great. But it gets glue on it so easy, and the glue is like, I refuse to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have 5 cards, but apparently I can't count. So we'll crease this again. Yeah, I don't think they'd be the same. I just feel like, the craft stores spoil us, and then they go and do something like stop doing $5 hot buys all the time, and now it's $6, and we're like, And I do understand inflation. Don't get me wrong, I get it. I went to buy some cheese dip. That stuff was $4.48, and I was like, oh, I'll take the generic. I mean, we will see how good the generic tastes and move on, because I was like, I am not paying $5 almost for some cheese dip. I'd be better buying a block of cheese and melting it myself on the stove or in the microwave or the oven. Some things I think I'm more okay with being, going up with the price, and other things I'm not. I think people that are unemployed because they just don't want to go to work need to go to work, so things could even out again, kind of. I had went to get water yesterday from Sam's, and 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think, whenever the last time I went to Sam's, they had signs all over the place saying, two this, one this, no more than this, blah, blah, blah. And this time they was just like, take whatever you want. I asked the guy, I said, can I have as many things of water as I want? And he was like, yeah, for now you can, because, they weren't limiting the water purchase. And I was like, oh, that's good, because the last time I came, he was like, yeah, I know we had a limit on it, but, we're good for now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this piece on here. And all you want to do is glue the bottom portion. If you glue everything on, you're going to have a A2 size front folding card. Yeah. So this is so funny. So I went to Walmart yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes. Because I had planned my little whirlwind trip. I was going to go to all the stores, wait on Sam's to open at 10 o'clock, and then come home, which is exactly what I did. I went to all the stores that I wanted to go to. I went to the 99-cent only store to see if they had some other Valentine's Day stuff. Because, I'm going to be selling some of my makes, and you need supplies. Sometimes you need supplies, right? So we're going to put the one that's not that pretty on the edge. And I do recommend you do this in however you want to, but I do think that doing assembly line is better versus working on this one set and then doing it and moving on. So we're going to go ahead and do our assembly line. So I got to the front register, and I do not like to be embarrassed about certain things, right? One thing I hate having happen is when I walk out the store, the alarm goes off on me. I hate that, because then everyone's looking like, ooh, you're a thief. And that bothers me a lot. The next thing is, I don't like to get to the register and the price not be the proper price, because I'm quick to be like, oh no, take that off the cart, I don't want it. So I always like to check the prices before I buy stuff. But yesterday I had counted, I'll count up my total before I get there. I'm always off a couple of dollars because tax is crazy. So I get to the front counter at Walmart, and the lady rings me up, and the bill is like $10 extra than what it was. I was like, is that right? And she's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, well, okay. Because I know this was a couple of days ago, I had to buy an external CD drive. So I look at my bill, and the stuff is supposed to be on Christmas clearance. Two of them rang up regular price, and the other one two of them rang up sale price, and one of them rang up regular price. So it was $8, and they were 75 cents on sale. So I go to check out, and the girl checks. I go to customer service, and the girl helps me, and she's like, oh, we can just, I can see if I can. And this is what I was like, no. She said, I can see if I can make the price the sale price. I'm like, it's Christmas. It should already be ringing up the quote unquote sale price. I was like, no, that's okay. That's fine. I didn't need it anyway. It was just some card bases. So I didn't need those, right? I wanted them because they were cute reindeer. I was going to cut the reindeer off and glue them onto other stuff. So it wasn't a big deal that I had to have. I had to have it. I didn't. But I just wanted it, right? But I left it there, and then it went back down to what I had mathematic it up to be. And then I had, I find this to be crazy. I understand that I just said people need to go to work, that are choosing to not work because they're getting assistance, not people that are working at home with the kids or they have their own business or whatever, not those people. But people that are just quitting their jobs and saying, I ain't working no more. Everywhere I go, it's a not hiring sign. And I get it. We're in the middle of something. I don't even know what we're calling this thing now, but we're in the middle of something. So I asked the guy, the little boy, he had to be under 20 because he had poor customer service skills. He was just not very helpful. I was like, do you have any external CD drives? And he looked at me like, what even is an external CD drive? And I said, I saw it online, blah, blah, blah. He said, oh, this is where his lack of knowledge really bothered me. He's like, oh, what you see online is not what we have in the store. And I'm like, say what now? I was like, oh, okay. Because apparently I have dum dum written on my, forehead. But I checked the store location before I even went there because I wouldn't have went there. And so then I just walk around the area, and my son was with me, so it was a little bit nerve wracking because he wants to run around and not listen or whatever. But I see Jack. Mr. Jack is amazing. Mr. Jack is one of the coolest people that works there. It's only like 3 or 4 of them that I know by name because I shop there a lot. Excuse me. And he was very helpful. I was like, Mr. Jack, this thing says that you have this on aisle M13. We go right to it. When I tell you we go right to it, we go right to it. Okay. So now you see how this is going to come along, right? Yay. Let me see. This card is folded crooked. Remember, I did not fold the card. So now what you can decide on if you want to do, if you want to glue this down to the base of the card base, you can, and then put like a butterfly or anything, pop it up. And what will happen is this card portion will stop. I am going to glue ours down flat. I like it glued down. Yeah, I have to watch them too. I don't know what I don't know. Like sometime it'll ring double. I go, oh, it rang double, didn't it? They'll look at me like, yeah, I did. I always just tell them I'm cheap. I need all the money to buy more craft stuff. And they're like, oh, I understand. And they're like, I don't know what's going on. So I tend to have to count my items and then check to make sure that it's the right amount on the receipt. The one thing I have stopped doing though is, I was telling Barry Crafty this. I think sometimes we tend to just go shopping and buy stuff because it's nice or we've seen other people use it. But I have, I think that if you've been crafting for a couple of years now, you probably have amassed a great amount of junk that you probably could throw away or give away or whatever. So lately, I tend to go and get inspiration versus perspiration, right? Like I'm not purchasing anything, but I did buy some hearts from Hobby Lobby a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to be making some, I think they're dangles. I don't know. I'm going to be making those. I thought they were really cute. I will still go to the jewelry making section because Hobby Lobby has been bringing in a lot of different types of things, which I find very enjoyable to purchase and look at and think about. And I always feel like, I told you all this before, I'm sticking it to the man because when it's on sale, I get 2 for the price of 1. I'm like, I got you, Hobby Lobby. But really, they got me right. Because when they put their crap on 75% off, it's cheaper than a half off thing. So, But don't tell me that, like in my head, I'm sticking it to the man. All right, so we got that one. We're gonna go ahead and cut another one of these up. I know. She funny. And we're gonna go ahead and work on our other project once I find. Did I do that? I did. I really did. All right, so I can't find the other card to cut in half. I just cannot. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Like, why would I not bring all the things over that I need properly, right? So we'll work on that other card base, the bottom portion. Are you laughing because I said I'm sticking it to the man? Yeah, I'm sticking it to the man. Oh, no. That's supposed to be 2. I did 3. You know what? That's fine. Oh, look at you. 4 sheets of glitter paper. Oh, you know what? I told Barry Crafty this. I'm not going to be giving away my sources, right? But between me and you, I usually get the glitter paper from Walmart. I find it is not as expensive. But I don't, I have to make sure. I have to rub my hand on it a few times to make sure that it's not super thick and going to fall off. I'm just not, I don't know. Glitter just scares me. I had my, corneal abrasion because I'm sure it was glitter that was in my eye. Could you imagine working at the glitter factory? How those people must come home every day just sparkling. Goodness gracious. Yeah, next I'm sticking it to the man. So in this one we will, I think people tend to write their message in here, but I cut it wrong, so that's okay. I can't remember what we said was gonna do with this one, but we're gonna do something. All right. Now, if you don't want to worry about if you want to worry about your sentiment, you could always stamp out something and put it right there. Oh, 25 cents. I like that. Yeah. I haven't really been, I'm not, Michaels and we're on a love-hate type of relationship. I love to hate them because I just feel like sometimes they are not. I feel like Michaels and Joann and Hobby Lobby are all in different shopping categories, right? Like Hobby Lobby definitely has the most update stuff for the most part when it's craft related. And I feel like Hobby Lobby is doing okay with their sales. Of course, we want that coupon back, but that's okay. We're not gonna get that coupon back, I don't think. So the thing that we have to be careful of is either we're gonna make our own envelope or we want to make sure that we have this thing kind of off the side. So then when we close it fits in. But you can always put this in a 5x7 envelope, right? Or you could just comply and have this like that. But I'm not complying to anything. I want it to be just like that. Yeah, I buy a lot. Well, I buy too many paper pads. That's the problem. We're going to be using one today, actually. I like the cheaper paper pads, but I also have a problem with die cuts with a view. Like when I see their paper, I have to talk myself out of buying it because I think die cuts with a view makes really amazing paper. And you can tell because that stuff is rarely on sale. And Joann Fabric, I think currently are the only people that have it. I need to be right back. So here we go with our phone. Yeah, when I go to Michael's, I'm specifically shopping at Michael's for something lately. I'm gonna make this, even though we're off the side, we're gonna make this little butterfly flat, and we're just gonna fold the wings up. Okay. But I still like to go and look. So down the street from my house is Michael's, Ross, Five Below, and Home Goods, I think. So I like to go and shop and look at all of them. I normally don't buy much when I do go in there or anything at all unless I'm specifically looking for something. But I like to look. I like to look at the napkins, even though I don't need any more napkins. I still like to look at them. You know what? I don't I don't like Michael's 110 paper so much. I don't know. I like the Joanne fabric one, but they haven't had any good sales that I want to spend my money on at the Joanne fabric for the 110. And when they do have them, they don't have any in stock, of course, right? Good old bait and switch. All right. So I'm gonna do that. And this is gonna fly off the desk, but okay. So we got that. And now what we're gonna do is that is, in my opinion, I would look at this all day long. I'm like, look at the butterfly. Oh, it's so pretty. You know, because she weird like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and do some fluffing. I'm gonna fluff up this thing. Now I know I didn't pull this out to go in here, but I feel like this is going to look really pretty right here. And we're going to use this piece as our pickup piece. I never ever get Michael's grab bag here lately. Um, the one time I went, I asked the girl, this was a while back, like before 2020. And she's like, oh, they're in the back, like in the box, in the back of the store. And now when I've seen the grab bags, I saw one, was it last year or year before? This was year before. It looked so like crappy. It was junk I didn't want. I always have to remind myself, like, are you really getting ready to take on more junk? So here we go. Now this would be cute to have like Hello Spring or Welcome Spring or even, that on the front of that. So I would have to, if I redo these in this format, I would definitely have to keep that in mind. So I'm just burnishing this down with my finger to peel this paper off. Yeah. The one that's closest to my house, they just have a big line of clearance junk. And it's not even, I don't know if they understand, and Joanne Fabric is guilty of this too. I'm not sure if they understand what clearance really means. Like if the item is $10, they've clearanced it down to $9.50. You do realize that you're only giving us a 50 cents discount, and I could use your coupon and get a better deal, right? You do realize that, Michael. But I am sure all the businesses took a huge hit in 2020. So there you go. That is your easel card, and I like it. I may go back and put a sentiment. So I think that's cute. I like this, and I like the yellow and pinky burgundy. It just looks really pretty together. So that's our one set of cards, and we didn't take a long time to do those at all. So now we're gonna move on to this card because we actually have an insert for this one. And we're gonna put this just like that. So we're gonna make this flat. So I'm really like looking forward to seeing Pop Shelf, what they're gonna be putting their hands in my purse and trying to get. I think that we would probably go to Tuesday morning more often, and I mean like the craft community, if the prices were still semi decent. Because the only thing that isn't increasing in all of this weirdness is people's salaries, how much they get to bring home. I'm gonna double layer this. I don't know if I told y'all, but the big roommate had went to one of the fast food chains along the line where he was driving, and it was two people working. One person was like doing the drive-through, and the other person was doing the front and the cooking and all the other stuff. And he was like, "What?" My husband was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Ain't nobody coming to work today." I'm like, how is that even possible? So we need another something right here. See, like we can put "Hello Happiness" right here, and that would work for this one. I don't know. When he told me that, I was like, "What?" Because he's not very patient when it comes to certain things, and he doesn't have a lot of time when he's on the road. He only has X amount of time for his lunch break or whatever. So if you're getting fast food, we tend to want it to be fast. And I was like, well, and you can sense employee frustration when stuff isn't going right, and when how their coworkers are acting or whatever. Because he said that he had went to Subway, which he does not like Subway. So I was like, why'd you go? But anyway, he went to Subway, and the girl like threw his sandwich. He said that she was holding it in her hand, making. He was like, "Can you stop making my sandwich so sloppy, please?" I was like, "Did you really tell that to her?" "Hello, Happiness." I like that. That's cute. Now, let's see if I can't get my act together and get this piece of paper. All right, so I could not find another card, which is interesting. So what we will do is just use a solid sheet of paper, and I think I like Subway because it takes me back to childhood. My oldest uncle, when he, had all his faculties, we would go there, and that was like one of his main places to go. And we would sit and um, just eat. Or I remember the first time he was like, "We're gonna go to Subway." I was like, "Okay." I didn't even know Subway had a drive-through. I was like, "Well, we can't watch them make our sandwich." Needless to say, I used Subway a lot when I was in Mississippi, when I was, by myself with the baby or whatever. Because it's just easier to drive through the drive-through versus get the car seat out. Get all, go through all those things that we go through. And I think we're gonna use this pink. This might be too loud. What y'all think? I think that may be a bit on the loud side. We could use this purple. You can go yellow. Do you have a suggestion? We can. Is this the same purple? Same. Oh, it's a little bit darker. Do this navy blue. I think. So we can go yellow. Go blue, purple, light purple, pastel purple, royal purple, or pink. Maybe pink. What do y'all think? You can let me know. I'll wait on your comment before I chop up any paper. I think I was supposed to put a ladybug on one of these things. Is it this one? No. I think it was these two. This one has turned out to be my favorite of all of them. No color. No one likes any other colors. I can pick more. Okay. A little bug. You can barely see this little ladybug, but I think that the recipient would be like, is that a lady? That's a ladybug. I think that's how it would look. All right, so we got those. These. All right, so we're going to go with pink. Too bad I don't have a blue, but it's a lot of blue going on. So let's go ahead and cut this down to appropriate size. You know, I wanted to make some jewelry today, but I changed my mind. I don't know why. What is this, 5.5? So we're going to cut this down. This paper's so crooked. It would be 2 inches. 2 inches. Let's do 2.25. Why not? Let's live a little. Whenever he tells me stories like about food on the road, I'm like, oh, that sucks. You know, here I am saying, oh yeah, I'm going to cook dinner tonight. And he's like, what y'all having? I'm like, this, and this. Like I make turkey chops. That's what we call them. It's really turkey. It's turkey cutlets is what the packaging says. And so he's always like, don't make any of that until I come home, like the turkey chops. Because he's like, I never get any. And they rarely have them at the grocery store lately. So yesterday they had some, and I really want some, aka pork chops. So I got 2 packages. But then I looked at the food in the refrigerator. I was like, oh, we have plenty of food. So tonight's going to be a leftover night, and tomorrow will be turkey chop night. But I'm not sure if you all, and you know, this is where my country is going to come out. If you eat fried chicken gizzards, I like them. And so I think that's what I'm going to have, because I have also, I'm not on a diet because, I'm a self-saboteur. I would definitely ruin any aspect of being healthy if I actually said I'm on a diet and I'm only doing no. But what I'm trying to do is not, go through the drive-through and say, can I get a number one extra, blah, 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 large, this or whatever. So I've been trying to just cook and eat everything at home. But I really want some grilled asparagus, and she not making that. So that's gonna have to be a go somewhere. And I would love some is this place called Filipino Express on the other side of town. Whew, the food is heavenly. Heavenly. So I would love some of that. Like I have a friend that's local. She's been sick. I've been sick, so we haven't been hanging around. And I don't want her cooties and I don't want to give her my cooties. I don't want to get somebody else's germs and have to fight that junk off too. So I have been keeping my distance from her, but that sounds so good. I think I didn't mess up this whole arrangement, didn't I? Or did I say I was gonna do this big yellow one like that? Maybe that's what I was saying. We're gonna do a big yellow one. This is nice. Why did I pull these out? We got all this stuff and we didn't use it. I think I was supposed to do something else on one of the cards, and I pulled this out because I was like, this matches this a lot, right? So I was like, yeah, we could just do this and that. But now I'm going back to this big, beautiful yellow butterfly. I like that better. So we'll do that like this. And this does not match. That's not going to work. But this flower will. So maybe we can pull out some flowers and just glue this down. Yeah, I'm good. That's what I'm having today. And I have to be careful because I think I usually like do a whole bunch of different mixes to just make them so yummy. I need some in my life. Big roommate don't like them. He's so particular about a lot of food. And you would think that he would be more southern and country than I am. But I guess, I don't know. Where would you say the end of country or southern is? I don't consider it to be Florida only because Florida has an East Coast time stamp on it versus, same thing with Georgia. And, one of my friends that I've known for a long time is from Georgia. And she don't have good southern hospitality, in my opinion. So I can't even say she is a southerner because, Georgia is southern, but yeah, that don't look right. Let's see if we can find this flower again. We could do that though. Yeah, I think we could do that. So what I need to do is absolutely nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this sticky on there. Yeah, I normally don't cook them that often because I like them to be fried semi-hard and it hurts my mouth. So I'm not making these anymore. And then I'll turn around and make more because, she like them. I usually get the gizzards, during the holiday season. But I only made dressing for Thanksgiving and not for Christmas. Christmas was a not a different meal, but just not like traditional Christmassy meal. But I need to start doing a little bit more Christmas, what people consider Christmas meals versus what I consider Christmas meals. Because I don't want my son to come back and be like, Mom, you ruined my life. I'm like, what? I never had a Christmas meal until I went over to so-and-so's and then I have to pop him in the face, I'm like, boop, boop, knock him out. No, I wouldn't do that to him until he was much older, All right, let's see if we can find that little yellow flower. I don't even I don't know. I don't know what people consider quote unquote Christmas tradition meals because I think every household is different. Oh, we're gonna do this one on this side. That's cute. You know, like what I make, like other people that is my same ethnicity may not even consider that to be like a Christmas meal. Like I know I don't eat certain things that other people will eat on the holidays. So, and like, you know, my husband doesn't like, oh man, he doesn't like dressing, which I mean, what human being on earth does not like dressing? You don't even have to be a certain race. Like, who doesn't like dressing? And we may call it something different that's too small. But you know, if you like turkey, what is it? Stuffing, dressing is so good. Like, how could you not like it? He don't like potato salads, but he likes gravy on certain things. I'm like, normally you use this for your gravy. He's like, I'm not using that for my gravy. I'm not using the chicken sauce as my gravy. I'm like, okay. All right, so we made our cards. That was fun. Let's not throw that over there because someone's gonna have to clean it up. And since the craft fairy is um, apparently not showing up anytime soon, I am my own craft fairy. So I need to be more mindful of the junk that I have to clean up. Like you can't be like the people you see on TV demonstrating, like dropping everything on the floor, right? Because they have people that get paid to sweep the studios out. I'm not that person. I need to keep my mess together. All right, so we made 5 fun quick cards. I think there were 5 fun quick cards. You'll let me know how you feel. So we got that one. And I purposely chose busy backgrounds, although I feel like that was a little bit hindering. Because you know, if you're gonna put this on your desk, if someone gives you an easel card, you're looking at the whole presentation. Although we could start from like a blank base and stamp and color and all that stuff. I haven't did that lately with you all. But what I'll probably do is pre-stamp everything and then do a little bit of coloring with you. This one's my most favorite. I am biased, even though this is not my favorite color. I just think that these colors look really well together. And this, surprisingly, even though it's very simple, Hello Happiness, is really nice. And you can write on all of that for your easel card. So hopefully, if you've never made an easel card, that was a quick and fun way to make an easel card. Now, what I want to do is I want to use this kit. It's not a kit, it's just some cards, but I want to turn that into a book real quick, hopefully. You know, I've really gotten into making books. Like, I'm always thinking like book. Let's make a book. Let's make a book. Let's make a book. Uh-oh. Let's make a book. Let's make a book. And I think this would be really cool to make. And we're going to use 5x7 cards to make it. Thank you so much. So this is how it looks. It's not too glary yet. Oh, but the camera wants to act up. Anyway, we're going to use these on here, and I'm going to pull out, hopefully I have them, but we're going to pull out some of these other patterns and do some stuff with. And I think we're going to just do a few pages. We won't do a bunch of pages in this book. Let me see. Do we need to make this 5x7? Or could we get away with A2? Oh, we're going to do A2 size card. We don't even have to do 5x7 because this card will fit. Let's just stop and open the thing up. You know, I've noticed something like whenever I have a certain idea in my head, I have to get that. Oh, we do need 5x7. I have to get that idea out before I can like really move on to other projects that are same type. a project? Are you like that? Do y'all have that mental craft block, I guess is a good way to say it? So we're going to do three. No, that's not enough. That's plenty, actually, right? Let's do four. I feel like three is just cheating myself. All right. So, what have you all finished your Valentine's Day projects? I haven't. I got one, two. You know what? I am going to go with three. I'm going to do three, not four. Three. I think that sometimes, when we get into this crafty situation, we always tend to want to make more, bigger, better, bolder, and sometimes it's not necessarily right. So we're going to do half an inch, because that's my go-to number. Just scoring on both sides. Yeah, I haven't sorted either. But I made one thing, but I plan on making a few simple things. So we're going to go ahead and see if this is enough. More than enough, right? Two, three. Yeah. We're going to do four, I guess, because apparently my head don't work that well. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I bet you will. I went to Walmart yesterday, right, while I was waiting on the Sam's, and they had these cute little mailboxes for 98 cents. And they were just plain. They had blue and green. So the mailbox is blue and the lever is red. And I was hoping that they would have had a red one, because that's the color that my son's favorite color is, red, currently. But they didn't. And so I got him a blue one, and I'm going to, I don't know if I want to put stickers on it or if I want to actually get some vinyl and cut out and put a train out. I think I want to put like, Here Comes the Love Express or something like that on there with a little train. I probably could just print out a picture on like some cheap 20-pound paper and Mod Podge onto the side. That would be cool too. And give it to him for Valentine's Day. I decided that I am not going to be doing a lot of bags this year. So I did every holiday last year. I did Christmas, Halloween, for his birthday. No, I didn't do Halloween because his birthday is so close. And then I was just like, I'm not doing anything else. I just put that T on there for me. You don't have to, but it just makes it easier for me. And since this tape, I'm not sure how trustworthy it is, I have been dropping a bit of wet glue on there. Yeah. I think though, so that's the problem. And I think that's why I don't want to do anything for Valentine's Day for his classmates. Like I have to buy the stuff now for Valentine's Day. Because if you wait until like February 1st, for example, it's all gonna be sold out. And I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like counting and doing all that. They had these little candy boxes um, for $1, and I was like, I'll get this for the teachers, and that's that. Like I'm done. The next thing I think, if he gets invited to another birthday party, is birthday parties and then teacher appreciation, and that's it. I'm not. I don't want to. I had already said I didn't want to be that parent, that crafty parent that people go to. But that was earlier on in his life. Everybody has a Cricut. So it's a lot of crafty parents out there. They made these cute little ornaments this year. Well, for Christmas, had his name on there and his grade. And it was just so cute with a little smiley face, like a little gingerbread head. I was like, that is cute. I wish I had thought of it, but I didn't. And I got over it. I was not really sad or happy about it. I'm going to reburnish these down because she likes doing that apparently. Yeah. For the big roommate, I don't know what I'm buying him or making him. I usually make him a basket, like a travel basket for work or whatever. But I feel like I'm over that. I don't know. I don't want to do that because I'm making baskets to actually sell as well. So I don't, I don't like to mix my business and pleasure together. I feel like I don't want to, I don't want to work. So maybe that's why I don't want to do it. But there we have it. So here we go. Yeah. Okay. I really need to just pull out I was that's the one thing. I would hope that Hobby Lobby would have their daggone double-sided tape on sale, but they don't. I do need to replace some tape. And so I think that's what I've been trying to focus on because eventually I knew I was going to get to this point of I don't want to buy a whole bunch of junk and I'm over buying a whole bunch of junk. But you always need craft supplies, your tools. And, tape is definitely a tool. A lot of people don't talk about it as if it is an important tool, but it's definitely important if you are making stuff with tape. You need it. I'm just using a little bit of this art glitter glue because it dries really fast and it doesn't bow or warp my paper that much. So I'm just keeping that in mind. I think they would love receiving something from you. Just going to erase off this sticky. The school sent out this message. You could tell school was starting back. I think I told y'all last week. They sent out about 20 messages. It's all about the new variant. It's all about this and it's all about that and everything, right? And so the school you can't do at-home learning with his school right now. They don't have the program set up. And they sent out this thing about perfect attendance. They're going to do a bouncy house not a bouncy house, like a carnival or something at the end of the month. If everybody shows up, if you show up, you have perfect attendance for the month of January, you get to attend the program, the ceremony, the event. So someone said, so if my child has symptoms and I have to go and get them tested and they have to stay home, how are we supposed to be checking in the school? And the school didn't answer that. The schools, they get paid for our kiddos going there. So they don't want to say, oh, we'll make this available because then they have to find a teacher that's willing or can teach online and stuff like that. And it's a hassle. It's a big hassle. But I wish the school would say that. I think that's the problem that I have with a lot of stuff, like our political leadership and all that in general, overall, the last however long I've been living, however long they've had these people in power. And I know that people lose faith in you if you say, oh, I don't know how to do that. But some things you don't have an answer to. And someone's like, well, how do you do it? How do you do it? You got to say, I don't know sometimes. I think that that's what they should say. And then don't tell me I need to have perfect attendance. And then you can't show me how I need to have perfect attendance. Yeah, I only use tape for this situation because it's easier to use. I feel like the glue is just not going to be as sticky, but this is Tombow, so I think Tombow has a good reputation. I wish I could use red line tape because that's what I would use in all of my taping projects, but I tend to use wet glue a lot more too than now you see this is off, so you have to be mindful of that if you have off cardstock, because it will make it look like you did it even though it's the cardstock. And since we know that this side is shorter, we would definitely have to put the tape a little bit more up than down. Feels like double work though. But tape is a quick fix, and the glue is going to permanently, like the glue will permanently grab it and hold it in place. And I'm not sure how far we're going to get with this because according to this, we've been doing this for 2 hours now. Wow. Time sure does fly when you're having fun. It's been an absolute pleasure to hang out with y'all today. I hope that, you got your kiddos off to school. I hope you start to feel better if you're not feeling so hot. I hope work is amazing for you. Not a lot of nonsense going on. If you've been crafting with me, I would love to see what you've made. You have a Facebook group. You have to answer the questions or you will not be accepted in. And the reason why the questions exist on the Facebook group is so we don't have some 5-year-old or 10-year-old or, the kids that think they're grown get into it. It's to keep me safe and whoever else is in there posting things, because unfortunately kids do like to infiltrate and be a part of adult things. So you have to keep that in mind. So if you do want to be a part of Facebook group, you have to answer the questions. They're easy questions. You should know the answer to them. I remember I had tried to sign up for a Facebook group that was locally, and the lady was like, I'm disapproving you because you don't look like you're from Texas. I was like, what? What does that matter? So I wrote her back. I was like, you say what now? You didn't approve it because what? I feel like I don't want you snooping around my page. That's just a good sign that I didn't need to be in that group anyway. So this is roughly two inches, but we're gonna cut it off a little bit. Yeah. But okay, fine. I was like, kind of weird. In some groups, when you're in those groups and they do weird stuff like that, that's just a sign saying, hey, I don't need to be in this group because you're gonna pull some nonsense and I'm gonna end up regret never joining it in the first place. All right, so we're gonna take this glue. I'm gonna put this on here. I think, after we do this, I'm gonna stop and maybe work on this and make a video for it, because I have been holding you all semi-hostage for a while now. And while I can continue to talk, I really can't. I feel like my voice will not allow that. Okay. So I'm just going to smooth this down here, here. Come on, thing. Why are you not folding? It's just backwards. We're doing so nice. But you got to get on camera and show out paper, really. Okay. All right, so that is now flat, I think. Something's wrong with these pages though, so I need to figure out if this is supposed to be the front or the back. I'm thinking this is how I glued it down, of course. I mean, of course it's the operator, because the paper didn't have nothing to do with it. I just don't like going back and cutting down the paper. So that's why it's always important, that, if you're going to use prefabricated cards or whatever, to make sure the cards are almost symmetrical to each other versus not being. Because then you have to go back and do a lot of, folding and paper manipulation and stuff like that. All right. So we got that. And I promise next week we won't do a book. It's going to be paper related. It's going to be some fun, but it will not be a book. So I'm going to see a text message in a few minutes. Show you a picture of my gizzards. No, I'm joking. That would be so mean. You're more than welcome to, come on in and get your some. All right, so yeah, let's see. So you see right here, this one's off a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and trim that down a little bit. All right, so there we go. Even though I creased this one, it's like, you need to recrease me, darling, because I need to be doubly, triply creased. All right, so there we go. That is that. So I want to say thank you all. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. We made these easel cards right here. This is the one I struggle with the most, and this ended up being my favorite one. I don't know how that works out, but okay. Then we have these. They're flying off the paper. They're all very easy to make, simple, not too stressing. Same card, just in a different direction. So next week, if you would like to leave a comment, like right now, or if you watch the video, next week, I want to do a 3D project, start to finish, right? You know how 3D projects work out for me sometimes. And then this one just has a little B on there. So this is the thing. These are the things that we made today. And then we start off working on the book. But we've been doing this for a while. So thank you so much. I'm going to, call it not quits, but in the live stream. And I need something to drink and eat. I haven't had anything today yet. So let me know, do you want to see stamp and color, or would you like a 3D project? Because I would like to do a 3D project, and I have two in mind that I want to do. Let's see. It's this little purse situation that I said I was supposed to do a video, but I never got around to doing a dang old video. But it won't be this small. I'm going to look up and get a big one. And I'll look for one with just dimensions, not one I can cut on the scanning cut. So we'll have to, we'll go through step by step. And so I have to work on one first so I can be happy with that one before I can share another one. But we can do a purse 3D project. I really want to make some books, some boxes, to work on some Valentine's Day stuff. But whatever you all want to do, just let me know. You can let me know now. So 3D, yeah, okay. So I want to do, I want to do that. And can you believe this month is almost over? Like next week, the month will be over. After next week, we're going to be in 20 something, 21, 22, whatever. So it's going to be a long, long time. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I do want to say thank you all so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Until next time, happy crafting.